Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I got to better with life. So what did you uh want to cover today?
Well, I had a couple of questions about the mid
Unit eval?
evaluation
Yes.
booklet. So move right into it.
Sure, yes. Jump right in.
Okay. So first question is the indicators that I have not worked on, because it said address every indicator. So am I to comment on everyone, or am I just commenting on the ones where I have identified awareness and how I know I will meet it?
And it says list every indicator.
It says list
Yeah.
every indicator.
So when you get to the one, because your mid-unit evaluation does go in your file. So I want to
Okay.
follow Joseph's instructions carefully. So when you get
Okay.
the one that you have not addressed, you
Mm-hmm.
say something like to be addressed or have not addressed to date, something like that,
Okay.
and keep going.
Okay. Okay. That sounds
You don't
good.
have to list it, but that's all you got to say.
Okay. And then another, which now I think I probably have the answer to because you said it goes in our file. It says to attach the indicator tracking. So which is this that we
That's
send
right.
you every week.
That's right.
So we
So
want
that's
that.
why I encourage you to put it all to always keep adding to the same document.
And then just attach the document.
Right. And you can just send you. Did I get yours? In your weekly, with some people send them to me with their weekly reflection. So all you
Yeah,
do,
that's when I usually send it.
yeah, so you can just put that same one with the mid unit. And if you don't include it, then I'll go back and find it.
Okay, no, that's what I was thinking. I
Yep.
can do that. It just makes the document, because that's about,
So you don't want to combine it because this
don't,
is written as if we're gathering in person.
oh,
Yeah.
so
And so
I would have
that's
just been bringing that.
right, two different things. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay, I was gonna say,
you're cutting and pasting that into the list. That's
uh-huh,
that's really helpful for you too, to be able to just go back to one document and see stuff you need to see. And stuff
okay.
the person coming to unit two, whoever the educator is for your unit two, they definitely want to be aware of, oh, okay, maybe I should cover this in a didactic. Oh, maybe I should, so it helps
Oh, okay,
we're meeting your needs.
okay, perfect. So that's those two. I think that was, yeah, that was it for,
Okay.
as far as that assignment is concerned.
Okay, good.
Uh, but just need to share with you where I am right now.
Please.
My sister just passed away,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
and unexpected, definitely unexpected, but she's been having some health issues in the last couple of months. So I'm here.
right.
It happened on Sunday morning.
Oh my, was she home?
She was at home. My nephew called because I had been calling her since Thursday. And at first it was like going into voicemail, and then it was like the phone was dead. And I'm like, so then my other sister, we're all calling, like, has anybody talked to her? And
Right.
so my one sister, well, we were all on the phone together, but said, let's do a welfare check. And sure enough, they went in there. And I still right now don't know if she was alive when they went in there because the paramedics, they didn't let my nephew go in. They took her out. They said they checked her blood sugar. When you say things like that, it makes you think somebody's alive. And so we assumed she was alive, but within 3 or 4 hours, they called and said that they tried to revive her, or and she just didn't make it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That adds to it, the whole thing being so unsettling.
right.
My goodness.
Yeah, so um I don't know where I am right. I'm just giving you
Before,
a heads up. I'm navigating, through life. I'm processing, all of this. But I know that, I have to keep, I can't just go sit in the corner somewhere and stop doing what I need to do. So I'm
right,
continuing to move on. Well, about grief. It just
right.
comes in waves. Like you're okay, and then all of a sudden you're
All of a
feeling
sudden you're
something.
not.
So
Right. My goodness. Where geographically, where was she?
she was in Vegas.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that,
she just retired and moved to Vegas. She's been there less than a year, but that's where her son and grandson. And so she finally got to be, near her son and her grandson. And they just, I mean, the blessing is she did get to do that. And they got to love on each other and, establish a relationship. And this is, let's see, we're in October. So it was in September. We had our cousins reunion and
mm,
we did it in Vegas because
ah,
I have a lot of cousins in Vegas now too. And so which was beautiful because my sister from Atlanta, we all got to come together. And so we had a wonderful time. I mean, absolutely wonderful.
oh,
Laughed and reminisced and all of that. And so,
wow.
yeah,
And so almost a year later, wow.
yeah. Makes me want to go ahead and draw down my retirement.
Well, keep it real.
We we went back and forth. She just turned 65. Well, she turned
Mhm,
65 in August. And so she had to apply for Medicare. That's when she just like made up her mind. I'm retiring for real. She's a psych nurse.
mhm.
Retiring for real. I'm drawing my Social Security. Got my Medicare. She moved into a senior complex, really
Yeah.
nice senior place there in Vegas. And yeah, she got almost a year of it. So
Wow. I'm glad that, like you said, that she went for it. She
yeah,
got to do what she wanted to do, not
yeah,
still hoping.
right, right.
Wow. Because that so often happens to us. My goodness. Where is she, younger or older than
She's
you?
older. She's 1 year, really 11 months older.
Mm,
But growing up, because of the dynamics in my family, there's like five of us, and I'm in the middle. So for some reason, instead of my mother putting me with that older, she's just 11 months. But she was always considered older, and I was with the younger,
younger.
So she thought I was, yeah, she thought she was really the big sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, Audrey, that's quite a bit to hold on your plate and still try to progress with all this stuff. And I appreciate you sharing it. And I'm like you said, grief goes and comes. Yeah. Is there going to be a celebration of her life?
Yes. We're looking at that around the second week of November.
Okay. Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Is it going to collide with your surgery?
Right before the surgery. Surgery's on the 13th,
Okay.
and we're looking at around the 8th.
So right before the surgery. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah.
isn't this something about your life? And it still falls in that time.
That's why I just try to keep it moving because my sister in Atlanta, she just so happened was going to be out here that weekend of the 8th. And so we had already planned, let's get together. Some
Yeah.
of my cousins were coming as well. And so we had already kind of planned that weekend to be together. So, and she already has her ticket,
And everything.
hotels already set. So we said, you know what? It looks like that's going to be the celebration.
Right.
But she wouldn't have wanted a funeral casket. That's not my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that, and my nephew knows that, and he's like, don't even ask me, for a funeral and a church and a this. That just wasn't her. She had her own faith, but
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't a traditional church going person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
it'll, yeah,
well,
it'll be more of a celebration of life.
will he be able to participate in that or no?
Yes, he will.
See, this is
Yeah.
how we were already gonna get together. Yeah.
Yeah. And he
Don't
lives in
threaten it.
Vegas.
You still the little sister, because she she is the subject of the get together.
That's what I told the little sister who thinks she the big sister. But I said, Dad done already figured all this out. She done figured all of this out already.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Oh, wow. That adds some comfort, and the fact that she was having some health challenges, but not somewhere suffering too.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
however we can be of support, let us know. You can feel free to disclose or not disclose in group. That's up to you. Uh,
Okay.
but I thank you again for sharing it with me. And is there any, well, no, because it falls in time you're going to be off anyway. So there's no issue for work.
There's no issue for work. For it depends if we're doing it on the 8th, I may have to readjust my schedule that next week. But I had already arranged my hours because I knew with the surgery, I'm thinking about a week. I just don't know as
Is
far as
anybody confirming that? Has the surgeon said about a week? Has the doctor said about a week? Or this is just Audrey's timeline?
this Audrey's timeline.
Ooh, my. Outside of a mole being removed, I don't know what surgery is only a week, but
So
okay.
so just between us, woman to woman,
Okay.
I'm having a breast reduction.
Okay.
And so one of my sisters has had the enhancement, and she said it took her about a week. So I'm just
Right.
thinking about a week.
I love your logic.
Yeah.
You're completely wrong, but I love your logic.
You
So
think I'm wrong?
I think so. You have a different kind of drainage to manage, which you already know, and different issues in terms of infection and circulation and how to be careful, and different stitches you're going to have to deal with. So you're in a different healing category. It's a different journey. So when they tell you this is what we think the recovery period is, don't be shocked that it'll
Then we
be.
shot. Okay, because initially, so we originally had planned on doing a family Thanksgiving cruise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was going to be leaving on the 20th. My surgery's on the 13th.
And you felt you
No, it
could.
was going to be leaving on around the 21st. And so my doctor, I asked him about that when we scheduled it, and
Hmm.
he said, "Yes, you should be fine." He
That's
said, "That's
good.
about a week." He said, he'll see me in a week afterwards."
Excellent.
Um, but of course, I'm not going to be able to be running and jumping and swimming and
Right.
But he thought I would be able to go on a cruise and manage it. He said, you can rest wherever you are."
Yeah, that's the key, because on the
Yeah.
cruise, the thought is you will rest,
Yeah.
but because it's not go back to work.
No, not go back to work. So the way I did my hours, I allowed myself 2 weeks as far as
Very
the
good.
hours are
Very
concerned.
good. Very good.
Um, and with our schedule just worked out perfect with the class because I can lay
Yeah,
down and watch a film,
that's
you know,
right. That's right.
and get that part done.
Yeah, excellent. So you've given yourself 2 weeks. Great. I was thinking you
Two
were
weeks, yeah.
only giving yourself a week. And I'm like, okay, I think that sounds good. And to be
Mhm.
on a cruise might make you rest more.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah. And you
Um,
have people around you too who are going to help remind you. Yeah.
but we ended up canceling that.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, and it's probably good,
So
I
you're
guess
going to be
now.
home.
So I'm gonna be home now. Yeah,
Okay.
my one of my nephews just got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh,
And
wow.
so he's just starting, and he was going to be going on the cruise. Well, then he was thinking, I can't, his family said they didn't want to go until they know what's going to be happening with him. And so we all decided, well, if he can't go, we'll all cancel. And, once he's, in treatment and doing whatever he's going to do, then we'll reschedule the
Okay. And
family cruise.
You're not the person who has to host like a Thanksgiving dinner or anything.
I try not to.
Okay.
So I have two families. I have my family,
Right.
my biological, right? But then I have my family, which is my church family and my community, and who actually I am closer with than my biological family
Got it.
because we're all over the place. So
Right.
if I am home and in town on Thanksgiving, they're coming to my house.
And that means you're going to be cooking?
I can set it up where I'm not cooking. Yeah.
That would be good. Because
Hmm.
the lifting that comes with that,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would only they would make me do the peach cobbler and the sweet potato pie. They don't care if I'm on my deathbed. I'm gonna have to make that. Uh, but they'll take care of everything else.
so
And
if you're in the hospital in the final days and the chaplain comes to see you and says, "How can I support you?" You're gonna say, "Give me some sweet potatoes, a pan, and a bunch of ingredients. I need to make a
that's
sweet."
how my grandmother used to bake a whole cake from her chair. Get the
Woo.
bowl over there. Get the cake mix. Put 2 eggs. Okay, stir it up.
I will remember that. I will
Yeah.
remember that. Well, you sound like
Yes.
you got this worked out. It's flowing. You have heard the importance of self-care. You're taking it seriously. And of course, there's no shame in saying, hey, this isn't quite working as I'd expected. I need to regroup, both for work
Yeah.
and for the class. And
Yeah.
just make it work because your self-care really is important. It really matters. And so this is good
Yeah.
though. Planning. Yeah, this is good planning, which, hey. And I said it in the reflection, but I really appreciate the depth of your reflection and the work that you're doing. You've completed some level 1A stuff already, and you're moving into level 1B, which is really great at the midpoint
Hmm.
to be doing that. So there's some level 2 competencies that I can identify, but I'm just sticking with the level 1 with you.
Hmm.
So know that you're doing fine. And if
I
you need
tell you,
more wiggle room, you got it.
yeah, I guess that was going to be my next question because now, as I am really starting to learn and understand this, I am realizing how off I was in the beginning when I was writing those indicators. I said, "What? What is this?"
That's, that's part of why we have to revisit them.
So should I go in and make some adjustments?
You sure should. And you don't have to overdo it. For some of them, you
Hmm.
can add. The tendency is to say, let me get rid of all this and redo it. Sometimes all you need to do is, upon further reflection, blah, 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 blah. It's part of the
Yeah.
clinical method of learning. So don't make it hard on yourself, but yes, you do. That's in part why I kept saying, you might want to spend time in IS, but you got it. And I know in my feedback that helped me start saying, let me identify indicators and give
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that because that
yeah,
helped me to even um, see how I should be looking at it and how I should correlate,
right.
what I'm doing, what I'm saying into the indicator.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate that. But yeah, as I was looking through and I said, wait a minute, this is not about
What are
that.
you talking about? This is not that, right? And I'm like,
He
well,
said nothing.
yeah, so you can completely take it out. Sometimes I encourage strike through because it's helpful for your to keep it as a document.
Uh-huh.
Don't overdo it. Upon further reflection,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah. Because when you get it and you realize how brief you can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm learning is that uh I'm getting a better understanding of it as I practice it. And
Yes.
once I begin practicing, then I can kind of write it down. Oh, this is what this means. Oh, this is, I think when just read it initially, it was just so complicated because I
That's
just
right.
really didn't have a clue.
Right.
And I'm just looking at the words and thinking, oh, this must mean this and this must mean. Now I'm learning, I'm asking questions, I'm researching I'm not just, like when you mentioned leading from the circle
Right.
as opposed to leading from the front.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard leading from the circle
Mm.
before.
Okay.
But now I know that I'm not going to just sit in the unknown. I am going to figure out what that means. And I did some research. Everybody been learning because then I called my sister, girl, you ever heard of this? I've been leading from the front my whole career. That's all I knew. That was the expectation, you
That's
know.
right.
And
Yeah.
so now I'm learning a new
Can
um,
you see the difference between the way you operate in your career and the way you operated in group?
total difference.
Mm-hmm.
Total, not only different, but liberating.
Good.
You know, I mean, I'm not there yet, but just the concept of not having to lead from the front, not having to ask questions and have the answers and make the decisions. No, let me just sit back and kind of
Mhm.
listen. And like you do me, and before you know, I'm coming up with the answers. I ask the question, and then you let me keep talking, and then I have the answer.
That's my style. And then I look like I know stuff, but really, you
I'm
do.
like, how did she do that?
It's you. Yeah. So you are
Yeah,
embodying that clinical method of learning. You got that.
yeah,
Yeah. And you appreciate, particularly given, I imagine you appreciate, particularly given your background, how it is the opposite
yeah,
of what we're used to.
yeah.
You don't have the luxury in your field to figure it out as you go.
Right,
That would not have been good.
right,
But
right.
here you are, and it's awkward. It feels uncomfortable, but you're doing it.
Very uncomfortable, but I'm understanding it now because now I am learning, and I'm learning at my pace
Mm-hmm.
and at my level.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to jump to this level of understanding. I can just start here
Right.
and work my way up. So I'm learning to appreciate that about CPE. I didn't understand that, and you'll see that in some of my feedback, but
Right. Okay.
because I just felt like it was just kind of unstructured, like you just throwing me out here, like what am I doing?
Those are the
But
Yeah, we need to put that on a bumper sticker because that is a common statement. Yeah, some people walk away.
and no, I thought about that. Like, I mean, it's very hard. Um, but then I started thinking, if you're able to stick with it, then that means this is for you.
Hmm.
If you can't get it, you're gonna have to walk away.
Yeah.
My husband even asked me, he goes, "Have you bit off more than you can chew?" I
Mm.
said, "I don't know if I bit off more, but I know I done bit something I didn't know I was biting."
I'm chewing a lot. I know that much.
Yeah. But I'm loving it.
Good.
It's
Good.
almost part of my self-care. Like he was asking me, "Are you going to go to class tonight?" You just tell him that you're not going to go to class. I said, "And then do what?"
Mm.
I mean, if there was something I needed to do, because at first we were going to do a family conference call, and
Hmm.
my sisters were saying, "How about Wednesday? Let's do Wednesday." And so it was going to be the conference call, and then I was going to have to let you know that I was going to have to come in late or whatever.
Hmm.
Uh, and then it all changed. Everybody was like, "How about Friday? Can anybody do Friday?" I'm Friday,
Hmm.
so that freed me up for
Yeah.
for Wednesday. So
That I love that he said that to you, and I love that you're saying it's like self-care. So I'm clear, if in the process you're like, you know what? This is it. I can't pull 5 hours tonight. I need to pull out now. That you could do that. And that is self-care and
yeah,
self-advocacy, which is important.
okay.
So you,
I told my husband that I was going to share, with
yeah,
you, and I told him, and I said, if I need to get off, I can get off.
you
There's
sure
no,
can.
punishment or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
So, but my
And that
goal is
wiggle
to,
room we build in, that I build in by going over, that's what this is for. Life
yeah,
happens.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, very good. Well, is there anything else you wanted to cover today?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this
Well,
time.
I look forward to your mid-unit conversation. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
I believe
All
it.